Happy Friday. We got a full slate of games today, and the Friday parlay is back. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we are back, baby. TGIF. We got more bets. We got a huge show for you today. That's right. I say that all the time, but we got Who's on Fire. We got that Friday parlay. So lots to get into. We had a 2-2 day yesterday, which, with how it's been going the last few days, it feels like I went 15-0. Seriously, it is just wild out there. I have something crazy in that Astros game. We'll talk about it when we get to the bets recap. But first, we asked for some answers and what to call that new total basis segment we did yesterday, and you guys delivered. Right now, we're down to 4. We'll let you guys know the answer once we do that total basis prop again next week or something. So here's what we got: Aces of Bases at Jose Garcia. That was a good one. Then we got Round the Bases by at Tommy Kidd. And then Bag Grabbers at Christian Smith and Bag Masters at Jaybird. You guys gave some great answers. Those are the final 4. If you guys want to let us know below, feel free which one you guys like the best. But yeah, you guys crushed it. You guys are awesome. So really creative answers. But we got a big one for you today. Good hitter matchups. Who's on fire for the last 7 days? The good pitcher strikeout matchups. That full pitcher report. Best bets. And then that Friday parlay. And holy crap, are we due to hit a Friday parlay. So here we go. Let's get into it. It starts out with that bets recap page. All right, 2-2 day. It starts with Merrill Kelly, 6+ Ks and D-backs money line. Kelly had over 10 strikeouts. He absolutely dominated. The D-backs money line scared the crap out of me. Corbin Carroll, 2-run bomb in the bottom of the 8th to pull it out. Thank you, Corbin. Astros money line. Even if I had Astros plus 15.5, I would have lost. Holy crap, did they get murdered. Next one, Jose Altuve, Giloff, 1+ hit. Altuve screwed me. The Astros screwed me in general. Altuve only had 2 freaking at-bats. Just 2, and got yanked because it was a blowout. That's right, it was like NBA betting. It was a blowout. They didn't yank anybody else. And in fact, there's 18 starting hitters in the game of every baseball game. 16 of them in that game got a hit. Jose Altuve was one of the 2 that did not get a freaking hit, and it's because he only had 2 at bats. I wish he would have got 4 or 5 like I thought he was going to, but hey, out of my control. Adley Rutschman, Tommy Pham, 1+ hit each. Added that bet today. That came through. Pham extends his hit streak to 14 games. Rutschman stays hot. Gotta love that. 2-2 day, guys. Still not good enough, but we are making baby steps. We're getting there. That's what we got for you today. 224 and 224 on the season. It is time to get better. Let's end the week with a bang. And before we get into those good hitter matchups, a very quick word from our sponsor. All right, you guys know I love OddsJam. I'm going to keep it short and simple, guys. This is a great deal. Use the promo code JAVO when you sign up for any plan in the site OddsJam, and you get 25% off. If you just want to sign up for free using your email, you can do that too. You can see all the different odds across all different sports books. That is great value. But if you want to do positive EV, fantasy optimizer, everything they have to offer, especially if you're player props, football season is coming, guys. There is so much value in this website. It's absolutely unbelievable. Use the promo code JABO. And again, I'm going to have somebody from OddsJam on the video the first week of the NFL season. He's going to let us know the 3 best positive EV bets that they have at OddsJam for week 1. It's going to be great. You are missing out if you aren't a part of it, but just had to let you know, use the promo code JABO. All right, guys, it's time to talk some baseball. Let's get into the good hitter matchups. All right, it's time to talk some bats. We have 9 good hitter matchups for you for today, August 25th. Let's check them out. There we go. We got a couple Cubbies to start it out against Mitch Keller with Ian Happ 7 for 16 with a couple bombs. Dansby Swanson only 4 for 7 with 3 doubles. Small sample size, but still pretty solid. And then how about Byron Buxton, the bottom right? Only 10 at bats, 5 for 10 with 3 home runs versus Dane Dunning. Not too shabby at all. And right above him, Harold Ramirez of the Rays, 6 for 11 with a double versus Garrett Cole. That is pretty freaking impressive. That's not Rafael Devers' numbers against Cole, but that's pretty good. And then you got a Philly, of course. You got Bryce Harper, 5 for 12 with 2 bombs versus Miles Mikolas. And then, I mean, what would a hitter matchup page be without some Braves players? So we got Austin Riley, 5 for 14. Eddie Rosario, 4 for 7. So those are the matchups. Brian Hayes has been hitting well, by the way. 2 bombs versus Hendricks. He's having a decent second half of the year, that's for sure. But those are the 9 best matchups. And now it's time, baby. Get those s'mores ready. Who's on fire? All right, here it is. One of my favorite segments. The hitters on fire for the last 7 days. We got a minimum of 20 at bats and an average of 350 or higher. Look at the man who is leading the majors with 20 or more at bats with a 600 average, the J Rod Show, Julio Rodriguez. We all know how hot he's been. We got some interesting ones here. A couple Mariners actually with Teoscar Hernandez, but Willie Adames for the Brewers. How about 9 ribbies, leading the league the last 7 days with all hitters with 20 or more at bats at 9 RBIs. Gunnar Henderson, not too shabby for a rookie, huh? Hitting 417 in the last week. Just other than that, we got some guys that are really on here a lot. Bobby Witt, Rafael Devers, all those kind of guys. The Diaz brothers, I have no idea if they're related. I don't think they are. But Yainer Diaz and Yandy Diaz, both hitting over 400 in the last week. So that's not bad. We got 3 pages for you. Let's go to page number 2. Marcell Ozuna. As we talked about, he is leading the league the last 15 days in total bases, at least going into yesterday's games, hitting 522, leading the league with 4 home runs. Not too shabby. And another Mariner, a newer Mariner, Josh Rojas hitting 409. Bryce Harper with a 409 average as well. Other than that, not too many surprises here. Maybe Estrada for the Giants, but Berger's been hitting well for a while. And Benintendi's having a decent year too. It's just on the White Sox, so nobody really cares about it right now. And then Rutschman came through for me today, hitting 381 in the last 70 days. So that is page number 2. Let's go to that third page. We only got a half a page, but we still got some good hitters. Tyrone Taylor of the Brewers, obviously, right? We all knew that he was going to be on here. 500 average. Seiya Suzuki hitting 450 with 2 bombs for that Cubs lineup that is just smoking right-handed pitching right now. But yeah, Gabriel Moreno of the D-backs, Nathaniel Lowe, Harold Ramirez has been on here a couple times as well. So those are the 3 pages, guys. Use this today. Use it over the weekend. Go get some winners. Do hitter parlays. Do bases. Whatever it is you want to do. Maybe some RBI props, which I know someone mentioned in the comments yesterday about me doing some RBI props. I'll probably post some for Friday on the Discord for everybody to see. They're kind of fun to do, especially when they're all plus money. You hit 2 out of 4 and you make some money. So that's the hitters on fire for the last 7 days. And now it's time for the good pitcher strikeout matchups. All right, we have 5 good pitcher strikeout matchups for you today on a Friday. The first one is the lefty, Framber Valdez of the Houston Astros, going up against the Tigers. Tigers' 8th highest strikeout percentage versus lefties in the last 30 days at 25.3%. Valdez, 153 Ks in 154.2 innings. But I will say this, even though it's a good matchup and I put it on here, I want to make sure you guys know this because I don't want to give you guys bad information. But he only has 12 strikeouts in his last 19.2 innings. So he has been struggling with the Ks lately. So just want to point that out. Next one, Zach Eflin against the Yankees. Yankees' 5th highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 26.3%. Eflin, 136 Ks in 138.1 innings, having a good year, especially at home. Next one, Kodai Senga versus the Angels. Angels' 3rd highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 27.3%. Senga, 154 Ks in 129.2 innings. The next one, Dylan Cease of the White Sox going up against the A's. A's 8th highest K percentage versus righties, 24.9% in the last 30 days. Cease has 163 Ks in 138 innings. He only faced the A's one other time this year, and he had 5 Ks in that game. So just want to let you know. And the last one, Spencer Strider, the mustache, versus the Giants. Giants, 11th highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 24.4%. I know that's not extremely high, but it's decent, and it's Strider. I just have to talk about Strider. Strider, 227 Ks in 146.1 innings. Absolutely crazy. His last start was against the Giants. Literally his last start like 5 days ago, and he struck out 10 Giants players. So those are the best pitcher strikeout matchups, and now it's time for the pitcher report. All right, we got 15 matchups today. Let's dive into the first 8. Interesting matchups. We got a lot of low walk guys. If you are someone who likes to bet walks on this page, the highest one is 8.1% at ADON. And as you can see below, the Major League starting pitcher average for walks is 8% and a 21.8% strikeout rate. So not a ton of high strikeout guys here. We got Garrett Cole going for the Yankees, which should be a good matchup with Zach Eflin, who pitches well at home. The Yankees are just absolutely struggling. Their season is over. For you Yankee haters, it's a pretty fun season to follow, that's for sure. But Framber Valdez takes him out. He's been really hit and miss for the Astros. He was like the Cy Young favorite at the All-Star break, but that is no longer the case. Tanner Bybee and Chris Bassett in Toronto. That is a good pitching matchup. Two guys who, I mean, Bassett's been inconsistent, but he's been much better at home. Bybee's just been solid all around, as you can see by that 3.45 expected ERA. Not too shabby at all. And then Mitch Keller going up against Kyle Hendricks. Keller, I made fun of Keller a little bit. He may be rounding back into form, his first half of the season form. We'll see. And then we got Lance Lynn of the Dodgers. He's pitched better for the Dodgers, better than that 5.6 ERA is showing. Going up against Cutter Crawford of the Red Sox. So not a bad matchup. But let's check out page 2. See what we got going here. Kodai Senga of the Mets. Mr. Strikeout himself. 3.78 expected ERA, 28% K rate. Not too shabby at all. And then Dylan Cease, another big strikeout guy, just trying to hang on, not having his best season at all. Kind of average all around the board. Playing for the White Sox does not help. And then Brandon Woodruff, he's looking like his old self, to be honest with you. 28 innings pitched, 28% K rate, 2.89 ERA. I mean, he's looking pretty solid. Doesn't walk a lot of hitters. The interesting one is Brandon Fatt and Hunter Green. Honestly, Brandon Fatt for the D-backs, I looked at his numbers. He's actually been a little bit better lately. He was getting rocked earlier, as you can see by his numbers. But lately, he's been a little bit better. We'll see if he can hold on. And Hunter Green, he has the ability to just completely dominate a team or completely implode. So we'll see which one we get. And then Brady Singer against the Red Hot Mariners. Singer has been much better at home. For those of you who have been following the Royals or baseball, you probably already know that. But and then Spencer Strider and Logan Webb. What a pitching matchup we have there. We know the Braves are the better team, but that's pretty solid. Look at their ERAs, pretty similar. Obviously, the K rate is not similar because Strider is just as elite as it gets. So those are the last 7 matchups. Take some screenshots. Use the K percentage, walk percentage, whatever it is to go get some winners. And now it is finally time for the best bets. All right, game number 1 takes us out to Toronto, Canada. We got the Blue Jays hosting the Guardians. Blue Jays money line minus 158. Guardians money line plus 134 with an over under of 8.5 runs. My best bet in this game is that total. We are going under the 8.5 runs at minus 115. Who doesn't like betting at a good little under, huh? Who doesn't like rooting for pitchers? Tanner Bybee takes the mound for the Guardians. He's been solid this season in his rookie season. He's kind of been under the radar a little bit. Above average in most categories. In ERA and expected ERA, he's in the top 10 percentile of starting pitchers in this league. So that's pretty impressive to me. He faced the Blue Jays on August 8th. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 earned runs with 6 strikeouts. I expect him to do the same sort of thing. Maybe not 0 earned runs, but he's facing a Blue Jays offense that I cannot figure out. I just am baffled when you look at their lineup as to why they have not been that good this year. 23rd WRC plus, 25th in batting average at 229, and 23rd on base percentage at 306. That is all versus right-handed pitching in the last 30 days. I expect him to keep them in check. The next guy, Mr. Chris Bassett, Bassett Hound for the Blue Jays. Holy crap, has he been better at home? How about a 2.95 ERA and 0.93 whip at home? That is crazy to me. On the road, are you ready? 5.02 ERA and a 1.49 whip. I mean, it is night and day. He has struggled a little bit at home when he faces good offenses lately, but this isn't one of them. I'll tell you that. The Guardians offense, guys, is average to below average. I mean, average at best. That's kind of being nice. They're just not very good. They don't have a lot of power. They're not going to just crush home runs off of Bassett. These two teams also. Here's the crazy part. These two teams have played each other 5 times this season. Here's what their game totals have been: 7, 1, 1, 4, and 9. That's right. 2 of their 5 games have been 1-0 games. The only game going over was that 9-run game, which should be barely over this total. I just absolutely love this. I think this total is too high with these two offenses struggling. 2 pitchers that pitch pretty well, at least for Bassett's sake when he's at home, and Bybee's been solid all season. So give me the 8.5 as my first best bet. Let's move on to game number 2. All right, game number 2 takes us out to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We got the Brewers hosting the Padres. Brewers money line minus 125, Padres money line plus 105 with an over under of 8.5 runs. Don't hate me, but I am taking another under. I like a lot of unders today. I'm not going to lie. Under 4.5 first 5 innings. So we are not taking the total game. I am taking only the first 5 innings. Under 4.5 at minus 125. Yu Darvish takes the mound for the Padres. 3.75 expected ERA. He is due for some positive regression. I wouldn't be surprised seeing it here against the Brewers. He has only given up a 25% hard contact. He has a 25% K rate also. He can be a little hit and miss, but he has the potential to dominate. Here are three of his last five starts, guys, against very good offenses right now. The Seattle Mariners, 6 innings, 0 earned runs. Dodgers, 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Texas Rangers, 6 innings, 0 earned runs. That is incredible. 19 innings pitched and only 2 earned runs given up to the Mariners, Dodgers, and the Rangers. This guy can take care of this Brewers offense, guys. He really can. The Brewers offense, 24th WRC plus, 22nd in batting average versus righties in the last 30 days. And then on the other side, we got Brandon Woodruff, who has been known in his career to be a better pitcher at home. For those of you that don't follow baseball that much, this guy has only made 5 starts this year because he was hurt, and he was one of the elite pitchers these last couple of years. So he is very good. 2 earned runs given up in 10.1 innings at home. Very small sample size. But on the season, in 5 starts, he has given up 5.8 hits per 9 innings. That is in the 98th percentile. He does not give up a lot of hits. He has a 28% K rate, which is very impressive. And now he takes on a Padres offense that is 26th with batting average versus righties and 19th WRC plus. These are two below average lineups that they have going on in the field in this one, and we have two starting pitchers who have the potential to absolutely dominate. I love the under 4.5 in the first 5 innings at minus 125. Now, I am going to add a third bet. It's probably going to be a hitter parlay. I may even add a fourth bet tomorrow. You will see it in the pinned comments. There's a lot of props that aren't out yet. I don't know why, but some games just aren't showing, like the Mets game, the Orioles, all that kind of stuff. So I will get more bets added, but what we do have is a nice Friday parlay. Let's go. All right, here we go. The end of the week, the final bet, the Friday parlay, baby. We need a winner, man. Man, oh man. We are due for some luck. I feel it in this one. Let's go. Rangers team total over 3.5. Phillies team total over 4.5, and the under 9.5 in the Braves and Giants. That last one is an alt line. Let's talk about it. You should see my notes, by the way, on this one. I got stuff everywhere. So here we go. Rangers team total over 3.5. Going up against Sonny Gray. Yes, he has been a good pitcher this year. He hasn't played the best at competition lately, but I'm not saying he's bad. But he does have 6 walks in his last 2 starts, losing his command a little bit. If you look at his game logs, guys, he's good for about 6 innings, 3 earned runs given up. If he does that again, the Rangers have then 3 more innings after that to only get 1 run off of a Twins bullpen. That's just not very good, to be honest with you. Rangers are just an elite offense, as we all know. They have 9 guaranteed at bats, being the road team. I love them to get 4 or more runs. Next one, Phillies team total over 4.5. They are playing Miles Mikolas. If I could walk 500 miles, we know that guy. Oh man, I haven't sang in a while, by the way. I know you guys miss my voice. He's given up 31.4% hard contact, 16.5% K rate. That is absolutely brutal. In his last 2 starts, ready for this? The Mets, 7 earned runs he gave up in 4.2 innings. The Oakland A's, 4 earned runs given up in 6.2 innings. He is now going up against the Phillies offense that is the fifth best team in OPS and WRC plus and has the seventh best batting average versus righties in the last 30 days. This Phillies team should easily get to 5 or more runs. Knock on wood, but seriously, this is a great matchup for them. And after Mikolas is not a great Cardinals bullpen. So I like the Phillies to get 5 or more runs. And the final one, under 9.5 of the Braves and Giants. Like I mentioned, this is an alt line. So it was 7.5. I took it all the way up to 9.5, went under. We have a heck of a pitching matchup in this one. Logan Spider Webb versus Spencer the Mustache Strider. Logan Webb did face the Braves in his last start. He gave up 4 earned runs in 6 innings. He has been better at home. I expect him to do even better than that. But if he wants to give up 3, 4 runs, I still think we're going to stand to this 9.5 pretty easily. He does have also in San Francisco at night by the bay, down by the bay. No, really though, that's just that place is great for unders with the wind blowing, colder weather in the summer at least. Spencer Strider last start versus the Giants. How about 7 innings, 0 earned runs, and 10 strikeouts? This Giants team has been really bad against righties lately. I don't expect them to score more than a couple runs off Strider and this bullpen. So if they want to get 2, go for it. We could even get a 5-2 game and get under this 9.5. But I think it's a low scoring game between these two teams yet again. Give me the under 9.5. So there we go. That is my Friday parlay. it's just gonna be a winner. I just know it. I feel it. We need a good one. We're due for it. So those are my three bets today. Like I said, I will add another best bet tomorrow. Be sure to check the pinned comments. I wanted to give another one. I'm maybe looking at Senga K props, maybe looking at some hitter basis props. We'll see where I'm going, but a lot to be interested in. A big Friday slate. So here we go. Check out that bets recap page. There it is. Under 9.5 or 8.5 in the Guardians and Blue Jays, and under 4.5 first 5 innings. Padres Brewers, two unders. That sucks. But then we got a couple overs. Here we go. Rangers team total over. Phillies team total over. And then another under 9.5 Braves and Giants at plus 320. By the way, on DraftKings. If you're gonna jump on that parlay, or if you want to bet it some of those singly, those team totals of 3.5 and 4.5 are juiced at like minus 130, minus 140 range. So I put it in the parlay. And other books may eventually be going to 4.5 for that Rangers team total. So those are the three best bets for Friday, August 25th. It has been a bumpy road this week, that's for sure, on the best bets. But I know you guys are using all these different segments we give you to get some winners. So I hope you guys just absolutely crush it on Friday. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you later.